Hello ladies and gentlemen, today we are going to be reviewing my first computer product that I had the idea for, and that is great camera angle, the Razer Naga Trinity. So this is one of my favourite mice to use, given that I've only ever used 3, but so the point of this mouse is that it's made for loads of different games. There's the side panel with 12 buttons, which I currently have equipped, but by this underneath there's a small ridge that you can put your finger under and take off the side panel. It switches off all lighting displays for the mouse, and you can swap it out for 2 other side panels. This is from the Razer Naga Hex design, which has the 7 button side wheel, and somehow they always manage to put 3 and 4 the opposite side of the mouse, so that's why I don't use those. And then but for FPS, or as they describe it, general use, we just have a standard 2 button side panel, so you just put that on there. This is the only one without RGB lighting, so I'll just grab the manual so we can so this mouse has got the Razer Chroma and works exclusively with Razer Synapse V3. However, a comparison for a mouse that we have for this is the Razer Naga 2014, which isn't Chroma. One of the only reasons I wanted a new mouse, but so this just has a standard green Razer, not very customizable. I can just open that version of Synapse. There. So this is the 2014 Naga I'm using at the moment. In fact, that's just coffee there. Ow. Right, so the profiles are very similar to setup. So you've just got lighting, performance. I actually find this easier to use than V3. Yeah, so the lighting effect is very simple. It's just scroll wheel on and off. You can turn that off. When you do though, to lift it up, it does that. I don't want to make this too much of a review of this mouse, but yeah, so it's very standard, and the logo is just breathing. It's not permanent static. But if we then move over to the Naga Trinity, let's get this down here so we can see more of what we're doing, because below that there isn't really much that is important. So here we've got loads of, I've made loads of setup profiles, so that's just a wave, as you can see. I have that as standard. That's just the one I use by default. This is, this is just a standard Razer green colour, which the reason that was a folder because I originally had it so that it glowed up like that. But I don't really care if my mum sees this anymore. So we've got Spectrum Cycling Fire colours, Static White. So I'll show you all the different presets for static. So you've got red, go and click apply, changes, orange. In fact, if I do it this mouse, you can see all the lighting. So orange, yellow, not one of my favourites, that one. Green, which is just standard. Light blue, which is one of my favourites, but I'll get to what RGB means up the top there. Well, the way you can use it. So this is dark blue, and then it's a mauve colour. Dark blue is one of my favourites, especially when it just is on the top and sides. But yeah, so go to standard, and the way you can access white and black easily, I prefer to do it, is these codes here that you put in a little code, and it goes, that's a specific colour. So you've got FF 4 zeros, FF8000, FFFF 00. So they've all got different numbers. So to get white easily, which is my way, is just doing 6 Fs. Or black easily, well, it's actually off, no colours, is 000, just 6 zeros, and then it turns the lighting off. But I have memorised most of these. Now the RGB side to this, I do have something I like to do. I do have a nice colour that I choose. I use 100 green, 200 blue, and it makes this nice cut shade of blue that's slightly purplish. I very much like that, but there's hundreds of different. You can click anywhere on here and you get one of the colours to show. So I just drag it randomly, and let's just do stuff. Green, right, and then you can save that, and then that's a slightly lighter shade of green that's more like the Abyssus V2 that I've got. In fact, if I just get that out, this is going on eBay soon, so I don't really need it. But if we just scooch that one out, this is the only mouse I have with a plastic cord, and I'm not sure if I like it. So this is this glows blue as standard. No, it isn't standard. That was my choice. But so you get to, for this one, there's this. So I feel like, oh no, that's very much not shade. Oh, I don't understand. That's a very like strong green. It's not similar to that. It's a lot. It's lighter. It's on max brightness, so I'm not sure how that you can do that. Neither of the okay, DPI. So the Razer Naga Trinity is, I believe, I haven't got scales at the moment, but I believe without any side panel, which is really not what you're supposed to do, is 118 grams, so it's on the heavier side of mice. And the heaviest side panel, which is the 12, is 121 grams. So it usually ranges between those 3 grams for that. So these are all the different, well, down here you can select any effect. This is kind of also a Synapse overview as well, but to actually save, yes, okay. What did I just save? No, it's off. So let's go back to studio, sorry about that. So this is where you can obviously change your keybinds for the mouse. So except left click, you can't change this. So you've got scroll click. I prefer to disable the side ones. Up and down is standard. So this here is the front of the mouse. These are the 2 side buttons, the 7 side buttons, and the 12 side buttons, so you can customise those to your liking. I do have one for a specific game that doesn't take mouse buttons, so I just have all of this. O and L is what I'd use, because I'd never use that on a keyboard. So there is underneath, let me just go through all the stats. That's really cool, that's weird. So all the buttons, I will do a sound test in a minute, but you've got the right and left click, as you can see here, scroll up and down, scroll click left and right and down, 2 DPI buttons that I don't use for DPI, and then on this side panel you've got just the 2 standard thumb buttons. This one here, you have the 7 wheel, and this one you've obviously just got the standard Naga 12 side button panel. This is probably going to be a long sound test, so let me just drop the camera down the back. Okay, I didn't literally mean drop the camera. Put it in the stand. Cable's quite stiff. So we've got So guys, that was the sound test for the buttons, and yeah, overall I really do think this is a good mouse. It's one of the wider mice, which is why I love it so much. It's got a thumb rest here, not thumb, ring finger, or well, it's not because it's your right hand, because this is a specifically right-handed mouse only. They do not do them in left, so bear that in mind if you're left-handed, but that just doesn't. So it's got a finger rest on here, which you put your finger over and is very comfortable. Then on the side you've got leather, rubber, which is to stop your fingers sliding. It works on this side, and the thumb I never ever got, the pinky finger I never ever got that. I did on the old Naga 2014, which isn't one of the it's not the most comfortable to hold, but I prefer this shape to the Death Adder. I just don't like the way that flares up, and I prefer the non-flat back, so it doesn't quite go to the bottom. So that's my preference, but I don't quite know these sizes, so you can look at Rocket Jump Ninja's review of this mouse if you want to know all the mouse hand sizes. So guys, on that note, if you have enjoyed the video, leave a like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.